Yeah! Looks like we got ourselves a town, boys. Ho!
Disney Infinity's The Lone Ranger playset. Now there are two playsets specifically not included with the game in the starter packs, and that's the Lone Ranger and Cars. I'll be doing my reviews for the Cars playset this weekend, but right now I start off with the Lone Ranger. Now these were the first missions I played in the game, so it's kind of harder to compare them to the main missions, but let me do my best to say how much fun I had with this game. Now first off, you have to understand this is going to be $20 to $30 depending on where you buy it. Now, if you can get for $20, I'd say that's a fair price, but the first negative I'm putting is price. $30 for these characters, it's kind of an insane investment in my opinion. There's no extra trophies or achievements for it. It's basically just part of the game. And while it's fine, and you get some new playset items that are all Western, so if you're into the West, I guess you have to have it. But I'm going to say first off, the price, unless you get on sale, you're going to be paying, I think, too much. So if you can get it for like $20 or less, go for it. But anything 30 or more, you need to really be into this game for that. Because let me first talk about how long it is. I would say it took me to do the main quest about 2 hours. Now this is with a few side quests going along too. And nothing wrong with that. But I would say 4 to 5 hours is just how many missions. I would say probably about 4 hours is most likely. Now kids might have 5, but it's about 4 or 5 hours of just playing missions that they have in the story mode, and that's not that bad for a $20 expansion. That's okay, and you can of course replay these missions. You can start a new file and just replay. There's nothing wrong with that. And of course both Tonto and the Lone Ranger have specific challenges that go along with their games. There's a new little map where the Lone Ranger rides his horse around, and you basically go out shooting after some gang members. It's fun. I got the gold on it. Now Tonto is a little bit different, where it's actually it's more about flying around as this bird. It's somewhat unique gameplay because somewhat unique anyway. And you're in a new area too as Tonto, but it's a little difficult. It's just kind of weird playing. I have as much fun as I did playing the Lone Ranger. Now both characters, of course, like I said, they have their own missions. But besides that, there's also co-op play. And really, let's talk about just the Lone Ranger's campaign though for a second. Now, the campaign, like I said, is an okay length. It's pretty fun. It's like my best example would say Red Dead Redemption, but for kids, and in the best kind of way. I would, if you liked Red Dead Redemption, you might actually like this. If you're playing this game and somehow you also play Red Dead Redemption like I did, you'll probably like this. It's not as deep, of course, but it's kind of fun just to go around. And his gun's pretty good. And Tonto can eliminately just throw around his tomahawks at people. So you're gonna have fun. I play as the Lone Ranger mainly. I liked him more. He's pretty cool. There's a couple of cool collectibles. And let me say the weirdest thing about this is the end of it. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's very violent in my opinion. And it's kind of funny because there's a scene where he's talking to someone and he's like, "Oh ma'am, I won't do that to you." But at the end, they are not very forgiving to the villain in this. I don't know. It's kind of funny to me how violent it kind of is for a kid's game, just like the actual act of what happens to the villain. I just thought it was kind of funny. It seemed on Disney. It might happen in the movie. I haven't seen the movie, but it's just kind of funny how they're just like whatever that happened to him and we're cool with it. Like, I don't know. I know he was a bad guy, but it's still just funny that they just had no remorse at all for him. Going into, just basically shooting stuff as a cowboy or an Indian, and it's fun. It's a cool little playground. You're gonna have fun if you like those you want to be a cowboy Indian. It's surprising how good this is. This is probably the best Lone Ranger game you're gonna get at Disney because it's short and it's to the point and it's fun. And honestly, if you really like the Lone Ranger movie, you're probably gonna want this playset. Now, one more thing that I would say is a negative is that honestly, and this is a negative because it's negative and a positive. The voice acting is great in this. I actually really like the voice acting of the Lone Ranger and Tonto, but then they're not used enough. You're like, well, can you guys talk more? Because the voice acting is great for them, and it's just like they're underused voice acting. So it's a negative because of how strong the voice acting is. And I was kind of more interested to get to know these characters better, but I guess it's what the movie's for. But it's just kind of disappointing that there isn't more talking. So it's still fun. Here's my recommendation. If you got $20 to spend and you're loving Disney and fan and you need more characters, go buy this set. You're gonna have fun with it. if you're really gonna pay $30, I think you're kind of getting ripped off. It's just a lot of money for no new trophies, and it's not too long. It's only about 5 more hours. And if you already have some characters anyway, you don't need these. But hey, I enjoyed my time with it. I'm gonna continue playing as the Lone Ranger because right now he's my highest character. He's a fun character to be too. I like his gun much better than the Pirates guns. I play as them, and like Davy Jones just seems so underpowered compared to the Lone Ranger. It's ridiculous. I guess it's because he's a DLC character, but so affiliated as like Davy Jones and Jack Sparrow and all them. It's like the Lone Ranger is so much better, and so is even Tonto. So it's confusing. But if you like westerns, go buy. This is my recommendation to go buy. If I had to give it a 10 points, I would give it probably a 7, which is it's good, but it's not great. And things that can make great is it'd be a little bit longer, probably have some trophy support, and also I would just say, be cheaper. It's the price. If this was like a 10, obviously if this was like $15, I would say 8. But it's so much money for what content you're getting. I would say it's good. It's a good value, but it's not a great value. So if you really want to play, go. You'll enjoy it. I'll be doing another Disney Infinity review, so that's my recommendation. If you just like Disney Infinity, go get this. If you're not into it, there's no reason to. If you're only somewhat into it, do not buy this. So I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll be doing another review this weekend for the Cause playset.
That should do it.
Playset sold separately.